a closer look at that Levitical tithe because that's where a lot of this comes from. The first tithe in the Bible is Abram. He paid a one time offering of a tenth of goods he won in battle. He paid it to the priest Melchizedek in Genesis 14, but it did not involve Abram's own possessions. That's really important. In Leviticus, God announced a tenth part from the land would belong to him of flocks and herds. They were to simply count, and the random tenth animal was separated. Tithes were never money. And in Numbers 18, we learn that Aaron, the high priest, and his family of Levites were to receive what was called a perpetual allotment of these offerings, including grain and other food. Well, that sounds like a huge windfall. Serve God and you get stuff. But there's a catch. Numbers 18 also says Aaron received no inheritance of the land. So they're completely dependent on the people supporting them so they could focus on their activities for God. But here's a surprise. Not many people realize this, but not only did the Levites not get land, but they themselves had to tithe a tenth of what they were given, and not just a random tenth. They had to give the best of what they received. Doesn't look like today's tithing at all.
Not even remotely close, as a matter of fact, not even remotely close. Folks, here's the scriptural fact. In the New Testament, tithes, tithing are only mentioned by Jesus relating to the Jewish people and the law, and in the book of Hebrews recounting the same. They are never mentioned anywhere else. Let me say that again. They're never mentioned anywhere else.
For Christian churches to have this as a centerpiece when Jesus never taught us to do it and the apostles never picked up on it takes out the sincerity and resembles the giving at the temple treasury that Jesus criticized.
It's also interesting that of the what they think is 613 Levitical laws, modern day churches only expect their congregations to continue to comply with one of them, the law of tithing. They don't ask their followers to circumcise their children, refrain from eating pork or shellfish, or not to wear mixed fabrics. The only one they require is the law that they misinterpret as giving a tenth of your income to the church. Interesting.
Yeah, and there's a lot to this, but the point is, what did Jesus teach us? And what didn't Jesus teach us? And we need to take with the same seriousness what he didn't tell us to do from the Old Testament as what he did tell us to do in principle from the Old Testament. See, Jesus in principle taught us to give of our time, our talent, and our opportunities in a very magnanimous, very big way. We're going to